everyone, my name is Ariel and today we are going to be talking about the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I was super excited that this had 30 shades. My shade usually falls in between. I'm always either the last lightest shade or the first medium shade, like somewhere in between there is my shade. So NYX Cosmetics website actually makes it really easy for you to find your shade if you really don't know how to pick your shade yet. You go on their website and it has a shade finder. So it goes from fair, light, medium, and then it talks about the undertones. So I ended up being the darkest light shade. And quick little disclaimer that I forgot to mention already, but this makeup has been on since this morning. It's currently 8 o'clock and it's been on since about 7 a.m. If you were gonna say something or you already said something, quick disclaimer here. So the price is $14.99 for 0.43 fluid ounces. So usually foundations are 1 full ounce, not 0.43. I didn't even realize this until now. Like 13 milliliters compared to 30 milliliters. And it's $14. So the first thing that popped into my mind when I saw that this was 0.43 fluid ounces was like, damn, hijo de puchica. Like, people just push it sometimes. It's bothering me a little bit because for the past week and a half I've been using this foundation, just trying to see how it works, how it doesn't, and so on and so forth. And it's already like up to here. So like this is going down fast and I've only used it a couple of times. So that's why it's kind of bothering me a little bit that it's only 0.43 fluid ounces. Like, whatever. Moving on, we're going to read the description. Just as usual, I'll speed it up really quickly.
Customize your coverage like a pro with our Total Control Drop Foundation, now available in 6 more shades to accommodate an even wider range of skin tones. This fan favorite foundation provides sheer to full coverage and a soft matte finish. Use the included glass dropper to fine-tune this velvety matte formula to your heart's desire. For beautiful application, prep your face with our new Total Control Drop Primer,
which I don't have, but I did prime my face today. This is what the glass bottle looks like. It has this glass dropper. How did I miss? And I just wanted to show you this quick swatch on my hand here. It is buildable, so let me just put it right here. So I struggled with this foundation so much, but I knew that there was a way to make it work because I've heard so many people talk about it, and I have combination skin. If you guys didn't know, I should have mentioned that, but I have combination skin, so I think that gives me like an upper hand of knowing whether a foundation works for oily or dry, because I have dry and oily skin at the same time most of the time. So lately the weather here in New York has been really crazy. Today it was 70 degrees. We're in February. Like, I don't get it. It confused me, but it's also been confusing my skin. So about 2 weeks ago, or maybe a week ago now, my skin had broken out. It was like that time of the month and just a bunch of other stuff. And on top of having a bunch of breakouts, I was very dry and I was drinking my water, so I don't know what was going on, but I was very dry. Like, I had so much texture on my face and I just did not like how this foundation went on at all. I was just not about it. I didn't like how it applied with the brush. I didn't like nothing was working out for it. So off the bat I was like, I don't like it. But then the following day I was like, maybe I should use it with a primer today. I used it with a primer, did not like it. Again, still had some texture and dry spots. So the third time that I wore it, my skin was starting to clear up, but it was still dry. So in the morning I decided to use a thicker moisturizer on top of my regular day moisturizer. So I actually just used some of my nighttime moisturizer, which is a little bit thicker and more hydrating, more plumping. I applied that all over my face, and then I applied the foundation and it looked so good. So then I think the fourth time that I tried the foundation, I used my thicker moisturizer, so that way my dry patches would calm down and just, you know, chill for a bit. So I found that the best way to really get the most out of this foundation, to really make it look like skin and not have it looking like it's clinging onto my dry patches for dear life, I used my nighttime moisturizer in the morning before applying my foundation, and then I used a silicone based primer. And it was actually pretty funny because I haven't used this primer in such a long time. I lost the cap. Probably not a good idea to use it, but I'm using it anyways. So this is the primer that I used today, the Old School Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, and it looked so good today. It's not a very long wearing foundation, but I finally made it work, and I won't be repurchasing this because I really like, and I seriously did not even realize this beforehand. I can't believe that this is 0.43 fluid ounces and it's $14. So definitely correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm missing something, if maybe this is supposed to be like a mixer, whether it's supposed to add more pigment to other foundations, which I don't think that it is. That's not what I got from the description. It's just a foundation, and it's not like you need to use a little bit. You need to use a lot for decent coverage. I have redness and a lot of shit going on my face, so I need that full, that extra. I honestly didn't even pay attention to how many drops I put on. I just got a pump and I did that cool Instagram like pouring down the face type of thing, you know what I mean? I also didn't like that it would transfer so easily. My daughter grabbed my face, and it's just one of those foundations that I feel like if someone gets nearly close to me, like it's gonna just come right off. And I don't wanna go through my day like that, you know what I mean? So, I don't really know if I've mentioned anything good about this foundation other than how I found out to make it work, like what ways it worked for me. So I think that this would be a good foundation for you if you had oily skin. I still did get oily. I had to blot myself a couple of times. But if you have dry skin, on the other hand, I do not. I don't recommend this foundation, and it's just being completely honest, it like clung on for dear life to my dry patches, and I just, you know, I wasn't feeling it. You know, I wasn't feeling all that cakey, like powdery, textury type of look. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So now I'm about to show you little clips that I took throughout the day when I did wear this foundation, and you'll see progressively how my view on this foundation, how my thoughts on this foundation changed every time. I was just so unsure in the beginning because it was just not working out. Anyways, let's just get into these clips. So it's only been about 2 hours since I've been wearing this foundation, and one thing for sure is that I can tell that I have foundation on. Like, I like foundations that make me, like, that are weightless, but I can tell I have foundation on. I think it looks good. I'm not saying it looks bad. I feel like it didn't sink into the skin. And I definitely can tell that it emphasizes texture because I have combination skin, and some of the areas on my face are a little bit just like, they show a little bit too much texture right now. I don't love this foundation. I don't hate it. So I've had this foundation on for about 4 or 5 hours, and this is what it looks like. I still feel like it hasn't settled or like synced into my skin. It just slagged right off. It's been making my nose itch so bad. I don't know what it is, and I'm like, oh, I can't touch it. I can't touch it. So I'm like barely touching it, and it just slides right off. Like, what? Penelope was about to like hold my face and give me a kiss, and I was like terrified, like, oh my god, no, don't touch my face. I don't know, like, I want to like this foundation, but it's not becoming one with my skin, if that makes any sense. Like, I said it so many times, and it just doesn't. I look so crazy. So I've had this makeup on for about 5 hours. It's about 3 o'clock. I'm not going to be home till maybe 11-ish. Anyways, so this is what it looks like, and honestly, I don't hate it today. Like, it's so weird. I still hate the fact that it like transfers so easily, but I don't hate how it looks on the skin today, and I think it's because of a different moisturizer that I used. So I've had this foundation on for about 12 hours now. I put it on super early in the morning today, maybe 7 o'clock, and it is currently 7:52. So this is what my face looks like at the end of the day. This is the highlight from Carly Bible's palette. I knew that as soon as Penelope grabbed my face that the foundation was going to slide off. I did get a little bit oily, so I just took a napkin and I pat my face. That's how I blot. I actually use toilet paper. I find that it works better. The only thing that I reapplied is my lower lash mascara. I tried a new mascara out today. I've been trying to try some new stuff out. And my lip. I've been loving this lip duo. So that wraps up this video. Let me know what you think about this foundation if you've tried it. Leave it in the comments down below what you think. Personally, for me, it wasn't worth it, and I just won't be repurchasing this again. This is ridiculous. I will always keep it 100 up in this channel because that's just how I am. I'm not here to be up companies' booty holes, but if I like something, I'll say I like something. If I love something, you'll know I love something. And if I don't like something, you will definitely also know that I don't like something, and it is what it is. I love NYX Cosmetics, but I just don't feel right about this one. I hope that you guys enjoyed the beginning to this series. Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down and reversed it. No, we're not doing that here. And leave me your feedback down below, whether you like the fact that I filmed little clips throughout the day for multiple days to really show you what this foundation did. Definitely leave me your feedback down below. I always love reading your comments. As always, I appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch this video and all of this nonsense, but I hope you got something out of it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already, and the bell button so you'll know whenever I post a video. Follow me on my social media if you'd like. You don't have to, but I mean, like, if you want, you just go over there at ARIEL ELOISA. You know, I'll just be there. Give this video a thumbs up if you did indeed like it. It helps me out a lot. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Peace. Why can't I talk? It's a drug. Put her to sleep, guys. And I didn't fall asleep. This has never happened. Hey everyone, my name Avery. Using a silicone, wow, I can't believe I finished filming this video. This is crazy. This is nonsense. Oh, why am I like this? My neck, my back. Guys, I am so pumped for all of these new videos that are about to